Hello there you, and welcome to a gigantic NURGLE swarm that's about to descend on this Imperial Guard position. Can the Imperials, with the help of a few Terminators, hold the ground, or will the Wall of Pestilence consume all in its path? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the battle. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off today's foray, and already the Imperial Guard artillery raining down upon the army of Pestilence here, as NURGLE's gigantic swarm is going to try to take on the Imperial Guard position here. Now, we have got a couple of Terminators on the field here from the Imperial Fists. We've also got some Space Marines over here from the Soul Drinker chapter. And let's hope it is going to be enough firepower here to hold back this gigantic swarm. There truly is a lot of them here. 2 million in total. Complete with plague-ridden amongst them, as well as a couple of chaos spawns. There's a few marauders even thrown into the mix also. But at the moment, the gigantic box swarm is just surging forward, trying to make contact with the Imperial Guard position, and already our Terminators are making their mark on the battlefield. However, elsewhere on the line, some of the boxwalkers are actually getting to that conscript line. And we can see that the Kriegers are surging forward here, shovels at the ready, holding back the last hordes that are descending upon them. Oh man, the day in the life of a Krieger here. The sound of happy gas mask noises echo across the battlefield as skulls are split with shovels, but the Imperials definitely do have their work cut out for them. There is a lot of boxwalkers coming in. You can see the plague-ridden pushing in heavy on this side, using their demonic strength here to help power them forward, absorbing a ton of damage as they descend upon the conscript lines. The conscripts are holding firm for now, though, despite the insane wave of demons that's coming at them. That Imperial artillery there as well, also making its presence known. But it must be, look at this. Oh my god. The Imperials here, the Kriegers rushing forward, trying to hold back the waves. I absolutely love that. We're already starting to make these lovely little pools on the floor here. No matter who wins this battle, I think Cord is going to be laughing on. A couple of Terminators have rushed forward here. You can see just one of them creating this massive mountain of bodies around him. His gigantic power armor and power sword there, just helping him cleave through the hordes. The Imperial lines are holding for now, though, despite the relentless assault. I'm a little bit worried about this side. It looks like the forces of chaos here have managed to push the boxwalkers around the outer side of the Imperial defense, slowly but surely, getting them into a bit of a pincer maneuver here. That could be quite deadly for the Imperials, but we are on top of the plateau here. It is, oh god, look at that front line. Thousands of zombies are evaporating every second. But yeah, this is a strong defensive position here for the Imperials. Though we don't want too much goo starting to appear. It does look like a few of the Imperials are getting their feet wet already up here. Hopefully most of it will drain down to the lower areas. But the Imperial Guard using that firepower to keep back the hordes at the moment, rapidly approaching 500,000. We've just broken 400,000 here. The boxwalker swarms slowly closing in. Again, look at these guys. Magnificent here, holding the line against swarm. It looks like we're clearing out a little bit. Oh no, it's not. It's because a couple of Terminators have moved forward. Just a few Terminators here, distracting the entire swarm on this flank. Absolutely magnificent. The goo is flowing freely now on the field. The Krieger line holding back a wave of zombies here. The boxwalker swarms don't care about the losses that they've taken, because indeed they are inflicting losses here onto the Imperial defense. This side of the field looking a lot more peachy for the Imperials at the moment. They're able to keep back the hordes for now, using that overlapping firepower. It is this side of the field that is looking a little bit worrisome. You can see that we've had a Krieger countercharge over here, which has bought the Imperials a little bit of time to get a couple of gunners in place. And now the conscripts are starting to do their work upon the boxwalker swarms. Thousands of losses are being had here every second for both sides. Absolute insanity, though it does feel like chaos is slowly closing the pincer maneuver here. Lots and lots of reinforcements being forced into this breach. The Krieger line is trying as best as it could to hold them back. Only bought them a little bit of time. You can see now that the boxwalkers are now pushing at that flank again. The front line over here has quickly become a quagmire of death, though. Just look at that, a sea of grey just out there. Oh man, that is all you can see for miles in front of the front line. Again, the red substance on the floor here. A giant praise to Khorne is basically going out in every single battle in the Warhammer universe. I love this though. The body piles that we're starting to make. Again, making a curtain wall out of the enemies. Well, at least they're dead. The Terminators, they're holding the center line magnificently, not allowing any of the chaos to push through at all. It's giving the Imperials plenty of breathing room, allowing to focus some of that fire to the flanks as well, actually. Yeah, because look at this. They've really been struggling to push around this flank. And again, I think it's because a lot of them are distracted by the center with the Terminators here. A couple of Kriegers trying to back them up. But we still have lots and lots of hordes coming in. Again, look at this. So what I think's happening here, yeah, look at that. Chaos Spawn is throwing the Terminators around. Probably the only unit on the battlefield capable of doing such a thing. But yeah, just able to pick up a Terminator using its demonic strength and throwing deeper into the foray here. The Terminators don't seem to mind. It's working wonders here for the Imperial defense. It's freed up this entire center line. But we are starting to lose Terminators one by one. The swarm here is still quite significant. And again, we have got demons being flung into the mix. The Poxwalkers here are a mere meat shield for the rest of the Chaos Army. The Marauders are slowly making their way up over the corpses of their friends here to get to that front line. The pincer maneuver over here still struggling to close. They're taking a lot of losses as they try to push this one. Again, Imperial artillery really helping to save the day a little bit here. The Krieger line also is doing absolutely monumental work in holding back waves of zombies. It just allows the Imperials to get that little bit of firepower going. It largely looks like we've cleared out most of this flank, though they are still occupied. We still have got forces coming in, just enough to keep the Imperials engaged here. Actually, they're starting to build momentum. Chaos actually building momentum on the side. It might look like it slowly. More and more units are getting to that front line. And we've got to worry as well. How long can the Kriegers actually last here? There's 80,000 defenders remaining against 1 million. We've lost 31,000 so far. So it is still all to play for both sides. The Terminators, though, really holding the ground in this center line. Just look at the magnificent body piles all around their feet. Just towering up. It's a marvelous sight here. But that's why they are Terminators after all. Some of the most powerful units that the Space Marines have. Though, again, look at this. I'm still amazed that the Chaos have not managed to close the gap here. Though it does feel like they are starting to make a little bit of progress now I've mentioned this. Oh god, look at this. A huge swarm of demons has come around the flank. The Chaos here, pulling out their ace card. Fed up of throwing mere Poxwalkers at it now. They've gathered up all of the Plague Ridden and are now throwing them at that front line. You see a couple of Kriegers charging the way forward, buying the Imperials vital seconds here to get that firepower down. And oh my god, the demons descend into the flank. The conscripts are literally getting torn asunder. They're taking so many losses now. Look at all the bodies starting to pile up. But that concentrated firepower is taking effect. Look at that. Slowly clearing out that flank. The demons are falling one by one here. But have they already done the damage? They are starting to get backed up ever so slightly now. More reinforcements coming in. Another wave of demons as well. Oh god, and they're being backed up by a big wave of Marauders. Big old Chaos tactic here. Sending in different heavy waves to try and squish the resistance. And look how far the Imperials have been pulled back now. That one wave that came in has pushed them all the way back here. That's allowed the Chaos to sort of close this pincer just a little bit more. What they really needed is some Poxwalker cover there. That was just too many exposed demons all by themselves. The Poxwalkers, had they been in that mix there, that might have been a very different story on that flank. You can see though that the Poxwalker swarms are still struggling on this far side over here. Mainly just keeping the Imperials engaged. I think that's what they're doing, preventing them from lending fire support to the rest of the field. We are starting to make this defilade, and we're filling in a moat full of blood. The battle still rages on though. Them Imperials, man, trying to hold our front line. It does feel like we're thinning out the waves, though. Look at this. I'm a little bit scared because this looks like a gigantic... Yeah, the Chaos are up to it again. Look at this. They've got a gigantic wave of Marauders waiting at the back. They're going to throw all the heavy units at the Imperials last. It's a famous old Chaos tactic here. Soften them up with all the weak Poxwalker units, and then at the very end, fling all the heavy units at them. It's normally quite effective and works quite well for the Chaos, I've got to say. You can see at the moment we're starting to get the Marauder swarms now. Coming over the hill though, they're taking a little bit of a beating. Again, no Poxwalker cover here. But the Imperials are still fully engaged. We've got 59,000 defenders remaining here. This flank is looking a little bit weak. Though, is this a load of heavy units coming in again? Yes, it is. A bunch more Marauders. The heavy flanking units coming into play. Hopefully we can get some cover. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, that's insane. Little Timmy can be happy with that one. But our front line is holding for now. I'm really happy about that. Somehow the Imperials have held this back. Again, largely thanks to the Terminators. Just creating these insane body piles all around them here. Holding out a stalwart defense. Oh my god, do you see that then? A massive goop of blood just made its way down. Oh yeah, look, it's all funneling down the bodies here. Oh my god. It's literally funneling down from our front line up there. Oh, that is magnificent. The flow of goo on the field now. Almost constant, actually, there. But the Imperials are still under heavy assault, man. The Chaos are still putting everything they've got into this fight. I do think, though, that we're starting to thin out the pincer maneuver over this side. Little by little, it doesn't feel like the Chaos are able to push as much. Though I'm a little bit worried about the amount of Marauders that are now heading into this breach. Look at that. Oh my god, thousands of Marauders are flinging themselves into the flank, hoping to collapse this Imperial Guard defense on the top of the plateau. But the Imperials are holding firm, man. Look at them. The Imperial Rock here. Meanwhile, the hordes descend into the front line, swarming over Imperial Guard battle tanks, just tearing out the lemony goodness inside of the Lehman Russes. And it doesn't feel like we've thinned out the horde in the centre at all yet. They've taken significant losses, don't get me wrong. But with 300,000 units still on the field, Chaos are very still much in this. Because I'm going to bet a lot of them are still the heavy units. I'm really interested to see what happens with the flank over here. If the Chaos can actually push into this a little bit more. Because it does look like some of the Marauders now are getting to the front line. And they are really good at melee combat, these guys are. So yeah, this is getting a little bit worrisome over here for the Imperials, especially as they're not backing up either. Their Imperial artillery is helping to thin out the horde ever so slightly. What I think we'll do is we'll hit just a very little time-lapse camera and see if the if the Chaos are able to close this pincer maneuver, or if the Imperials can hold. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it looks like Chaos only just about managed to close that pincer maneuver, but it's slowly running out of reinforcements in that flank. However, we are now mainly through all of the Poxwalker swarms, and we are down to the heavier combat units of the Chaos. This is the be-all and end-all of the Chaos fight here, ladies and gentlemen. Their heavy units making their way to the front line. Should the Imperials be able to defeat these Marauders, it is all over for the Poxwalker army. Though I'm pretty sure NURGLE could probably, quickly raise another one. It is just a Poxwalker swarm after all, with a few Marauders thrown into the mix. The Imperials here having to field a lot more valuable units to deal with these insane swarms. But it must be said, this fight would have been lost long ago if it had not been for our 20 Terminators holding at the center line. I mean, look at this. This guy over here has taken so many out. He's just literally sitting on top of a hill of his own making. And all of the other Terminators are in a similar situation here. They're, like I said, slowly but surely The Chaos are chewing their way through them. We're losing the Terminators, and I'm worried if we lose the Terminators that we might lose the center line. You can see that these heavy units are having more of an effect on the Imperial lines now. They're actually forcing some of the conscripts to retreat backwards as they plow into that front line, able to absorb a lot more damage here than the mere Poxwalker presence that they've had previously. But Chaos has only got 57,000 troops remaining on the field. The Imperial Guards with 26,000 remaining. They've still got the firepower. We've still got the Space Marines. And my god, these Terminators here, they are literally the things that have saved the day for the Imperials. I think without these guys on the front line, this would have been over long ago. Because look at this gigantic horde that they're literally holding back. There is so many here, all stacked up, just trying to get to the Terminators. And that's just allowing the Imperial Guard, to do things like that. Just rail their artillery down upon the line, annihilating thousands of Chaos. And I mean, these valleys that we've created. Oh no, the Terminator down there. We are coming down. Are any of the Terminators going to survive? That'll be interesting. Because the Imperials now are in a pretty kosher position up here. You can see that the bolter-fire support has been absolutely invaluable on this line. We've finally managed to clear out the flank of Chaos on this side. So it is only our main line here now. The Imperials are starting to focus their fire down. I think we're down to our last 2 Terminators. Come on, guys, you've got to survive the fight. Oh, no, we've got 4, sorry. We've got 2 here. We've got 2 over this side. Like I said, 5 Terminators left out of 20. Oh my god, that artillery. I really hope these Terminators actually survive. This guy on his own is probably not going to survive, let's be honest. Unless we can get some serious artillery cover into him. He's currently surrounded by the plague ridden. Oh no, he's gone down. Yeah, I thought that guy might go down, unfortunately. Oh no, we've lost another Terminator over here. We're down to our last 3. Come on, guys, survive the fight. We've got the covering fire here in for you. We need at least one of you to live through this fight. You've put in such work. You need to recover your battle brothers. I mean, I love this covering fire that's coming in for him. Oh, God. There he goes. He's down. 2 Terminators left on the field here. 23,000 Chaos trying to push in. I'm pretty sure it's over for the Chaos here now, but is it over for our Terminators? Let's quickly hit a little time-lapse camera and find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Brother Tibius and Brother Phibius here are going to live to see another day. As we wrap up, apparently there's 10,000 Chaos left. I mean, I don't know where they are. I think they're out in the desert, yeah. Okay, so we've got about 10,000 Chaos just out in the middle of the desert, chasing down random Imperials across the map by the looks of it. Yeah, literally chasing random Imperials. Look at these groups. What? Oh my god. They've literally chased this one dude. Look at the trails across the map. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of hilarious. So at least we know what happened then to all the remaining Chaos of where they went. They went on these crazy little expeditions. But ladies and gentlemen, I do think with the main Chaos army now lying in a bloody pool on the floor, we cannot be calling it this one here today. Oh my god. Look at that field, it's absolutely insane. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all you channel members who help keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing ChaoticPinky store. We've got some really cool merch over there. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.